Cordage is about taking plant fiber and twisting it to make it into something stronger, like rope or twine. Plant fiber in itself is actually not very strong. But once you twist it, you get a much stronger item, which can be used for snares, for tying clothing, tying wigwams. It was universally used. I can't even imagine what life would be like without cordage. So, to make cordage, we have, you're going to be taking one piece of raffia. Raffia is just a plant material that you find in art stores. It's actually found, I believe, in like Central America. It's like a subtropical plant, but it's a plant that can be regenerated very easily and has low impact on the environment. It can be dyed as well. So we'll be using something like this when we come to practice, but really you could use any material. Here's one I would use with two different colors, and I'm going to try and show how to make cordage with two colors, mainly just because it's a little visually easier to see what I'm doing. It is not a particularly hard thing, but it might seem very frustrating at the start, but once you get it, it will feel wonderful, and you'll find yourself doing it everywhere, on the bus, reading a book. It really is quite an addictive little hobby to make an incredibly strong material. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to find the midpoint of your piece of raffia or plant material. People in this area used to use dog bane, which is a slightly toxic plant, but it would have excellent fibers. You can make it from cedar bark. So there are various plants that will allow it, but you're trying to find the midpoint. So by folding it in half and just making sure that the two ends are roughly the same. If you want a longer rope, you actually would have one end to be a little longer than the other, because you will splice onto that. We can talk about that later. So once you've found the midpoint of that, what I do for the first time you've ever done it is to make a knot. And it's as simple as coming back like an inch or an inch and a half, just taking it. You can twist it a little bit in your hands if it makes it easier, and just fold it in on itself. Just bend it back and pop it through the hole that's formed. And grab it. Try that again. You can make it longer, it really doesn't matter too much. And you can pop it in like that, and then just pull it to knot it. If you just have this little piece here, it's just easier to hold. You can actually put this under a clipboard or under a rock. You can put it in your mouth. I'm not sure if I'd recommend it. I don't know what the dye is, but I have seen people hold this bit in their teeth and do it without looking. It's probably how they read a book at the same time. So that's one way of doing a single piece and turning it. I'm going to just do it with two colors just because I think it would be a little more interesting to see. So I'm going to go back down to the end, and I'm just going to take two different colors and pretend it's just like one piece. And I'm going to tie these together in a little knot, come back a couple of inches, fold it in half just like you probably would do your shoelaces, and draw it through the hole. Grab the two ends and just pull so you have a knot. Now, the key to remembering how to do this is always to twist the same direction. If you twist it the other direction, it's going to undo. So if you always remember, I always think about it like undoing a door handle. If you have one of those big sort of school door handles, the round ones, and you twist it this way. So you're going to do the same action. So whatever you do, whatever direction you pick. So I'm grabbing my piece of raffia. If I call it cordage, don't worry, it's the same thing. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to roll it. I'm going to roll my thumb over, which in effect is twisting it, right? And you're going to twist it, not all the way down, but you're going to twist the first few inches until you get, and it might be, hopefully it's possible to see this, you're going to see that it's got looking thinner, but it is twisted. Now, if I let go, it will unwind a bit, but there's still a little bit of a twist here. But the idea is not to let go. So twist it up a bit. It doesn't have to be twisted super much. And then you're going to fold this in front of the other half, or in my case, this green piece. So I'm going to move over the purple piece over the front, and I'm going to grab it with this thumb on the left hand. And of course, if you are a lefty, you would just do the reverse of this. And now I'm going to do exactly the same. Opening the door, so I'm twisting my thumb up my fingers to turn it the same direction. Again, it's going to get tighter. And then I'm going to bring that over the front. Same thing again. And then grab the blue. You might think, well, hold on, that's just like doing somebody's hair. And to be honest, it is the same thing. You are basically kind of braiding in some ways. Twist it, bring it over. And it's as simple as that. You're just going to repeat the same thing. And if things fall apart, just go back, retwist it, bring it over the front. And soon you'll kind of get like really into it, and you'll move very quickly. Twist, fold over. Twist, fold over. And you can notice I'm just grabbing it with my finger against the flesh of my thumb. If you eventually get to the point where, it's getting too long, what you can do is you can just grab it at a lower point. So if I can just move my finger down to where I've just been doing and do that. You don't have to hold it at the knot. And you just keep twisting, folding in front, twisting, folding in front. And a good thing would be to speed this up. So let's do that. So now you can see that we've got it twisted around. If we let go, it doesn't untwist. We kind of trained the plant material to stay in that position. Now, from being a weak material, we've made it strong. I challenge you to take some toilet paper and see if you can make cordage. I once made a cordage rope from toilet paper, which was so strong that I was able to tie up a fellow teacher, which was very funny. Anyway, when you get to the end, no matter what, the certain length, whatever, if you're just doing like enough for a necklace, for instance, because you're just going to take it and you are going to do the same thing again. You're just going to put the end through to make a very simple knot. Nothing sophisticated here. This bit you could cut off here, or you could carry on doing it. But this is your cordage, and you can really play around with different materials to make different colored patterns or different thicknesses for different purposes. Obviously, for lashing a wigwam together to bring the saplings together, you need much thicker cordage. To make clothing, though, like buckskin, and to attach the sleeves or whatever, you would use something maybe as thin as this, or you probably would use rawhide. And rawhide can be turned into cordage as well. But an amazing thing, cordage, it is a it's used around the world and is found in all different indigenous groups because it is a basic tool to allow us to do many different things. Explore and try it yourself.